And I'm telling you, last night was the first time Bobby Williams had ever ran a 40-lap race in his life. Eric, he had never ran a race any longer than about 25 or 30 laps that they couldn't remember just exactly. And to put 60 together tonight, how he conserved his tires. He had smoke coming off the tire down here in 3 and 4 in his left rear for the last several laps. And he conserved enough to be right there, but not only to be there, but after he dropped back, he pushed back forward when he knew it was go time. Unbelievable performance for Bobby Williams.
Absolutely, definitely can't wait to get a word with those three in Summit Racing Equipment USMTS Modified Victory Lane, your Featherlight Trailers top three here tonight. Before we do that, though, there is one more tonight's KS Engineering Ironman Stock Car Series presented by Terminator Chassis. A-Main, 30 laps in distance, 24 cars. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole at Atchison, Kansas, the 16S is Chris DeJong. Chance Larson out of Welcome, Minnesota in the 95 starts in second. On row 2, it's Blake Bolton in 34, Rodney Schweizer in 74. Row 3 is Jeffrey Abbey in the 137, and Tyler Cadwallader in the 69er. Row 4 to the inside, it's Blake Clark in the 88C, then Lynn Panos in car number 97. Row 5 on the inside is Ray Phipps in L7, Johnny Fiddlewald in 22. Row 6, Mason Beck in the 0F, Josh Roney in 8X. Row 7, Jalen Wetgill in the 91J, then Brandon Hare in the 56H. Row 8 to the inside, Pat Graham in the 1G, Miles McHale in the 21. Jesse Brown starts in 17th and 11. Dylan Clinton in 18K starts 18th. 19th is Darren Schmidt in 85. Mason Martin in 31 goes 20th. 21st, Troy Hansmeyer in 55H. Brady Williamson in the 14W 22nd. Derek Green in 32 starts 23rd. And Doug Keller in 7, your 24-car field. 30 laps around. Caution lights are out. The final race of the weekend set to come to green. And we already got one through the infield. That's the 85 of Darren Schmidt. Able to keep it underneath him. We stay green off of turn number 4. Your early leader, it is going to be number 16. That's a Chris DeJong. Chance Larson to the outside. See what he can do in cart number 95. Larson, a multi-time attendee of the USRA Nationals, so no stranger to the Lucas Oil Speedway. Probably hasn't had some of the best luck that you would hope for during USRA Nationals, but an opportunity at a race win here tonight. Rodney Schweizer has other ideas, though. He works to the inside of the 16S of DeJong, so Schweizer will take the lead away. DeJong still rides in second. Chance Larson and Tyler Cadwallader fighting for that third spot. Larson through the middle part of the racetrack, just kind of trapped up there. Hasn't been able to get to the bottom just yet. Now there's a door that might be open. Does he take it? Looks like he's going to. Probably a smart decision. Well, he washes out. Now Cadwallader's right there. Here comes Jeffrey Abbey as well as the 88C of Blake Clark. Oh, Tyler Cadwallader had to check up. Jeffrey Abbey got into him. Abbey going to lose wholesale positions down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4, but everybody able to race on thus far. Look at the right front on Abbey's car. A little crumpled, but able to race on nonetheless. We got a problem at the back of the field, though. The 56H of Hare back is turned backwards. That's going to bring us to a caution flag 5 laps into this one. FK Rodden's instant replay on the screen at home. And Hare just hard to tell if he had any help or not. Was kind of already around when he appeared in screen there. Race control working on getting everybody double filed up here. Field has been put in double file formation. Lights are out. Field going to come back to green this time. 5 down, 25 to go. Tyler Cadwallader brings the field back to the green. Rodney Schweizer going to edge out in front of the 88C of Clark Cadwallader. He just absolutely got bomb rushed into turns 1 and 2. Schweizer now out in front of this one with Blake Clark to the outside. Chris Chitong runs third, Cadwallader back to fourth. Then it's Johnny Finnewald and Jalen Wettengill, fifth and sixth. Jeffrey Abbey has recovered. He's back inside the top 10 after having dropped out earlier when he got together with multiple cars in turns 3 and 4. Battle for the lead, though. It's a good one. Here's Schweizer on the bottom part of the racetrack. Blake Clark up through the middle part of the speedway. Both cars roll off into turns 1 and 2. Schweizer still your leader. Clark right there to the outside. There's a good battle with about 5 cars all on screen at home. That starts with the X2. The 7 of Keller right there. X8 rather, the Keller. That's why I couldn't find it on the timing scoring. That was a battle for 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. But on your screen back up front, Rodney Schweizer still leads Blake Clark. There's another 7 cars all duking it out on screen. Jalen Wettengill's gotten through there. Now we check the leaders once again. Rodney Schweizer and the 88 of Clark. Wettengill rides in that third spot. Then to the outside is Miles McHale. 137 of Jeffrey Abbey trying to see if he can get into the top 5. Working over the 69er of Cadwallader. The 22 of Johnny Finnewald to the outside as well. Great racing here tonight for your Ironman stock cars. Abbey on the bottom of the racetrack forces his way by the 69er of Cadwallader. McHale, the next guy on his list, as he's way up top on the racetrack, trying to see if he can do anything with the 91 of Wettengill. Wettengill, kind of a diamond cut entry. Now we check back on your leaders. Once again, the 74 of Rodney Schweizer has opened it up to about a 5-car length lead. Then it's the 88 of Blake Clark behind him. Still watching that battle for 4th and 5th between Abbey and the 21 of Miles McHale. Cadwallader and Finnewald right there behind him. Here comes Pat Graham as well. 5 cars on your screen. 6 cars now working their way off of turn 4 right into your living room at home. All this time, Rodney Schweizer's lead continues to swell over the 88 of Clark. We check a little bit further back in the field. That's the 16 of DeJong, the 32 of Green, the 31 of Martin. 8th, 9th, and 10th was what we're looking at on screen. Doug Keller there as well. Got some problems over here off the bottom side of turn 4. That's going to bring us to a caution flag.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to score this and how they're going to see it. And I don't know what you guys can really tell, but that 34's had a broken left front for at least the last 6 to 10 laps rolling around the racetrack. So he just kind of met the end right there, unfortunately, coming off turn number 4.
Okay, the 55H of Hare was involved. The 34 is in the infield. You can definitely tell it's leaned down and towards the front of the car, so that would make sense based on the report from Trenton Berry in the infield with a broken left front. There's a update in the tech shed. Looks like some work going on there. That to me looks like maybe the carburetor being tightened back up on the race car. So they may have pulled the carburetors and looked at the carburetors, maybe looked down inside the intake a little bit.
That was Cade's daughter Evie right there on the left front. Donnie Peterson, crew chief, was doing the work right there on top of the motor. So I'm sure we'll see him back out here in just a moment.
Technology, a wonderful thing. You can drop a scope down in the intake, kind of look down inside there, see some of the valve train components. A lot less invasive than taking the intake and heads off of the motor itself. Although if they want to go deeper into the engine, they've been known to do that at times too. 17 down. 13 laps to go for your stock cars here tonight, night number 3. The KS Engineering Ironman Stock Car Series presented by Terminator Chassis. Rodney Schweizer once again out to the lead off of turn number 2. Jalen Wettengel now, he's going to try to factor into the battle. Looking to the inside of Blake Clark to take over the runner-up spot. Wettengel started this race all the way back in 13th, now runs in 2nd. A local and a regular here at the Lucas Oil Speedway, certainly knows his way around the racetrack, proving it here tonight, looking to see if he can run down the 74 of Schweizer. Last night's winner, Jeffrey Abbey, looking to the left side of the 88 of Blake Clark. Those 4 all rotate back into turns 1 and 2. Abbey gets tight, pushes up the racetrack. Clark swings wide, gives him room, and edges out in front in the battle for the 3rd spot into turns 3 and 4. Behind him, there's Johnny Finnewald in the 22 and Miles McKill in the 21. Cadwallader right there as well in the 69er. It looks like, man, maybe the transponder quit working on the Cadwallader car. So we'll keep our eye on that situation as he's fighting right now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Out front, Wettengel starting to catch your leader. The 74 of Schweizer. You're looking at great battles throughout the rest of the field on your screen at home. 3 wide, a couple of rows deep there. There's Pat Graham. He's looking for more. Gets underneath both Finnewald and McKill, trying to drive on by back into turns 3 and 4. Back up front, 23 down, 7 to go. Wettengel going to have to figure out something here. His laps are clicking away. Rodney Schweizer just minding his P's and Q's, rotating around the bottom of the racetrack thus far, unbothered. But the 91 of Wettengel ready to pounce if there's an opportunity. Winner for night number 1, Derek Green. He started nearly dead last on this field. Green runs in the 7th spot. So Green's made his way through the field very nicely tonight. Yellow flag is out. We got a problem at the bottom side of turn number 2. It's the 85. Darren Schmidt that went around at the bottom side of turn 2. Brings us to another caution flag. Schmidt on the loud pedal, trying to catch the tail of the field here. Race control getting these guys back in line so we can restart what we hope will be the final 6 laps of the evening. Rodney Schweizer has led the majority of this one after getting by the 69er Cadwallader on the last restart. Wettengill, though, for his part, 13th to 2nd, a good move forward for the 91, so certainly hopes that he has one more spot left in him. There's last night's winner, the 37 of Abbey. And outside of that 3rd row, Pat Graham out of Ankeny, Iowa. Derek Green there as well. We could still see some more shuffling before this one's over. With 6 laps to go, it's certainly possible. Field comes to Green off at turn number 4. Good start for the 69er at Cadwallader, rolling right to the outside of the 91 of Wettengill. Now we got them stacked up and turned around at the exit of turn 2. There's the 1 at Graham, the 88 of Clark. The 32 of Green got some of that action as well. You see track officials rolling over to the assistance of the 88 of Clark, the 1 of Graham. FK Rodden's instant replay on your screen at home. Looks like Graham to the inside of the 88. Yeah, looked like Graham was to the inside of the 88 and maybe just kind of hooked the left rear a little bit. The 88 started going around, that slowed him up enough, and then the 32 of Green, nowhere to go, got into the back of Graham and finished them both off. Real hard to tell exactly what the situation was. Call being made for both the 88 and the 1G to go to the tail there. Rodney Schweizer, once again, going to lead the field back to Green. Just 6 laps to go here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Once again, a good start for Cadwallader on the outside. Rolls up beside the 74 Schweizer. Cadwallader had slipped back earlier in this race, but he might have some magic left in the hat. Off of turn number 4, Schweizer still your leader. We got problems on the bottom side of turn 4 at the back of the field. That's the 7 of Phipps, the 14 W of Williamson. FK Rod-Ins instant replay. There you see the 7 of Phipps. And just jammed the brake as cars were slowing in front of him. Went around. The 14 of Williamson got involved. So there's the 14 of Williamson on your screen. Ryan Staley going out to check the front wheels of the 14. Make sure that we're good to go. Good news is we got 1 lap in, so we got 5 laps to go now. And looks like some more pictures there in the tech shed. Everything looks to be buttoned up on the 97 of Dillard. Work going on in the 24 of Chisholm. There's Bobby Williamson's car. Dustin Sorensen as well. Saw Casey Schumann down there just kind of supervising. Lights are out. Rodney Schweizer trying to polish off an A-feature victory here tonight for the Ironman Stockcar Series. Jalen Wettengill, Tyler Cadwallader have other ideas. So does Derek Green and Jeffrey Abbey. Off of turn number 4, Phil comes back to the green flag. Cadwallader once again drives out and around Wettengill for that second spot. Wettengill under fire from Abbey and Green both. 4 laps to go this time by the flag stand. 6 cars nearly side by side off of turn 2. Schweizer still leading the 69er down the back straightaway to 3 and 4. Abbey's worked to the outside of the 91J of Wettengill. That's a battle for third. Well, we got one way up top. That was Austin Brown, or Jesse Brown, rather. Nearly slapped the wall, but able to keep going as we've got just 2 laps to go now. Rodney Schweizer giving himself just a little bit of breathing room, coming to the white flag this time. Good recovery for the 69er of Cadwallader. Is off of turn before. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. It's been reincarnated for 2025. We're 3 nights into the season for the Ironman stock cars, and we've got 3 different winners tonight. It's the 74, Rodney Schweizer out of Kansas City, Missouri, going to pick up the win here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Jeffrey Abbey goes second, Jalen Wettengill third, Miles McHale fourth, and Derek Green round out the top 5. Doug Keller, Johnny Finnewald, Brandon Hare, Jesse Brown, and Dylan Clinton round out the top 10.